Okay guys, welcome back again. We're on to part C of question 2 of the CXC CSEC Math January 2012. And well, let's get right into it. Let's see what let's see what part C asks us to do. Um, Tickets for a football match are sold at $30 for each adult and $15 for each child, and a company bought 28 tickets. If X of these tickets were for adults, we let an X represent the number of adults that got tickets. We want to write in terms of X the number of tickets for children, the amount spent on tickets for adults, the amount spent on tickets for children. In part 2, we want to show that the total amount spent on the 28 tickets is this number. And then we are told that given that the cost of the 28 tickets was $660, calculate the number of adult tickets bought by the company. Okay, so let's attack part 1 here. If X of these tickets were for adults, write in terms of X the number of tickets for children. Well, 28 tickets were bought. So if X of them were for children, then the remainder, if X of them were for adults, then the remainder were for children, and the remainder is 28. It's 28 minus X, right? And the amount spent on tickets for adults. Well, X adults got tickets, and each adult, it costs $30 for a ticket. So it's 30 times X. And the amount spent on tickets for children. Well, if 28 minus X children got tickets, and for each child it costs $15, then this is 15 times that, right? So I hope that makes sense. So let's clear this and go back to this page, and we'd see those calculations. So if X tickets were for adults, then 28 minus X tickets were for children, and so it means then that 30 times X was spent on tickets for adults, and 15 times 28 minus X was spent on tickets for children. So that makes, I hope that makes sense. And now we want to show that the total amount spent on the 28 tickets is this. Well, how do you calculate total amount spent? You calculate how much was spent for adults and how much was spent for children. You add it up and you get the total amount spent on the 28 tickets. So let's go back and see that. So this is the amount spent on adults, this is the amount spent on the children, and when we multiply out and then simplify, we get the amount spent on the 28 tickets, and it is the value that they said we should get, which is 15x plus 420. Now the last part tells us that given that the cost of the 28 tickets was $606, so here remember we got the cost of the 28 tickets in terms of X, and that's 15x plus 420, and now they're giving us the exact cost, the real value, the real number. So that means if this is the cost and this is the cost, then it means both of them are equal. So when we set both of them to be equal, 15x plus 40 equals 660, we have an equation in terms of X. It's a linear equation. There's one unknown, and so we can solve this equation to get the value for X. So by solving this equation, what do? Well, we subtract 420 from both sides, we get 15x, and then you get 240 on this side, and we divide both sides by 15, you will get X on this side and 16 on that side. But remember, X represents the number of tickets bought by adults, and so it means 16 tickets were bought by adults, which is what they wanted to know. They wanted to know how many adult tickets were bought by the company. Well, our answer to that is 16. And that's it for part C.